Hey, I wanted to give you a quick update on my ham radio exam prep. I'm using the ARRL study guide for the technician exam. I'm going to take each exam separate. So I'm going to do the technician first, and then I'm going to come back and I'll do the general later because I want to tell you about what it's like to take each exam. Well, I was hoping I'd be done studying already because it's been about a week, but I've gotten through 2 chapters and I'm doing a whole lot of stuff. So I'm trying to fit it all in and take this exam here pretty soon. But that study guide is really helpful because it walks you through everything you need to do to get ready for the exam, including looking for a club and where the test centers are at and how to look that all up. So I was able to look up here in Colorado, and I live in the Larkspur area, but I was looking in Castle Rock and they don't have a club there, but they do in Monument, and I'm really about halfway between both. So in Monument, the third Thursday of every month, they have a meeting there, and I think it's in the community center. So I'm going to start attending that. But the other part of the instructions were to go to the ARRL website, and then you could look up clubs, and then you could sign up and get a subscription or be part of ARRL, and then I think you get a newsletter or something like that. So that's great. I strongly recommend you do it if you really want to get connected and learn more about ham radios. So I've done that, and I've got everything pretty much set up. I just haven't paid for the subscription yet, but I will. And the next thing I was doing here was, it was in, I think, chapter 1, at the end of chapter 1, it was kind of going through about what you do to connect with people and get ready for the exam. One of the things you have to do is you have to get, I believe it's an FRN number, and you have to get it through the FCC. So you go to the FCC website, and then you log in, or you create an account, and then under that, once you've created the account, then it asks if you want to create a number, because you have to have the FRN number to go take the test. So I did all that yesterday, and it was super easy. So I just want to really give you a feel for what it's like to follow the information in the exam material and get ready for the exam. So I have my FRN number now, and then I went and I looked up testing centers, and the testing center that was closest to me, again, is back in Monument, and they have dates there, and the next one that's available for me is September 9th. Now, it's about August 16th or 17th, so it's about 2 weeks or so, or 3 weeks away. There's contact information there for the person who's running the test or who's over it. So I sent the gentleman an email, and I asked if there was anything else I needed to do in addition to getting my FRN number. Because on the FCC site for the testing, or is it the ARRL? I think it's ARRL. It talks about the testing and then what you need. And then you have to have 2 pieces of identification. You have to have your FRN number, and you have to have that FRN number, I think, a day before you go to that test. And so I have all that. I've got my test date. It's in Monument. It's at the Monument Library, and I'm all ready. I sent the email out to this gentleman to see if I need anything else, also to let him know I'm coming. I did see in the instructions that it allows for walk-ins. I guess as long as you have your FRN number, then you can walk in and take the test. So the first chapter was really an intro into ham radios and why you should get a ham radio license, and it's just a real basic intro to ham radios and what it's used for. The second chapter starts to get into all the technical things about frequencies, wavelengths, and I think chapter 3 starts to get into electricity or electrical properties, things like that. I just got to chapter 3. I haven't even read it yet, but I'm on that, and so hopefully within a week here, I'm going to be through the manual, and then at the end, it has about a third of that manual is test questions. There's also practice exams on the ARRL's website, the practice test, and once you are doing really well on that, then you're ready to go take the exam. So far, as I've been looking through it and reading through it and getting ready, everything is really simple to understand. What you do, where you go look for things, and how you sign up, and whether it's the ARRL's subscription or group or clubs, exams, whatever it might be, it's all there, super easy to follow. I've been really impressed with it so far. Okay, the next time you see me here for the ham radio information is going to be after I finish reading all 10 chapters, and then I'll give you another update of what it's like going through that, because it is a bit technical. There's a lot of information on frequencies and metrics conversions, and you have to have a simple calculator to go to the exam because you do have to do some calculations in the exam. There's 35 questions on the test, and I think you have to pass like 27 of the questions, and it's multiple choice. But here's the other thing. I think that they redo the questions every 4 years, so make sure you're getting an up-to-date exam example before you go take it, because you might get an exam that's outdated. But I think if you go to the ARRL's website and take their exam, it's not going to be outdated. Well, that's it for the status update. Thanks for joining me out here at Outdoor Emergency Tech here in Colorado, and I'll see you back here in another video soon.